Hi, I'm Manny from Group 101. Our project is a full-stack web application using Node.js, Express, MySQL, EJS, and Vue. Users can create and manage events, register and log in, post comments, and interact with saved activities. We focused on functionality, responsiveness, and clean architecture while applying best practices across the stack. We used a hybrid rendering setup. EJS is used server-side to render static pages like login and registration. These are fast, secure, and don't require much interactivity. For the main features, we used Vue on the front end to handle dynamic interactions like posting comments and saving activities. Vue makes AJAX requests to Express routes. These route handlers manage request logic, and when necessary, call helper functions from the /models directory. Our models mainly handle logic, like isLoggedIn and isAuthor, for access control. For actual database queries, routes use a shared connection pool defined in the DB folder. This improves performance and avoids redundant connections. The modular design clearly supports scalability and maintainability. Routes are separated by feature, models encapsulate logic like access control, and reusable Vue components reduce redundancy on the front end. This structure makes it easy to introduce new features, adjust business logic, or scale the app to support more users without needing to refactor major parts of the codebase. This is further supported by clear commenting. For security and best practices, we followed OWASP principles. Inputs are validated and sanitized to prevent XSS and SQL injection. Passwords are hashed securely with bcrypt before storing. Sessions are handled with Express session and secured with HTTP-only cookies. Root-level authorization ensures protected access to features like comment, deletion, and event editing. We implemented consistent error handling across routes. Errors are caught with try-catch blocks and logged to the console. Here, missing fields returns an error. Same with failed login and register attempts. Like here, where username already exists. There are also username change requirements, requiring length, character type, and no duplicates. There are also graceful error messages for failed API fetching. I will now pass it to Min to go into more detail.
This is how we tackle user registration, login, and secure profile management. Here on the home page, we can log in using the login button on the top right of the page. You can enter your username and password to log in. If you don't have an account, you can register via this link, where you can enter your username and password to create an account. Here, you can sign in using your username and password. Passwords are never stored in plain text. Instead, they are hashed securely using bcrypt before being saved in the database. When users log in, we compare the password they enter with the hashed version using bcrypt's secure compare method. As you can see here, when we look at the database, we can see the username and the password is now hashed. So now we can log in with the username and password. Once logged in, we use Express session and password to keep the user authenticated across the site. Here you can see the upcoming events, and you can also see further details by pressing this details button. Here you can leave a comment on an existing event, for example, hi. As you can see, we have implemented role-based access control using middleware. For example, here, only logged in users can create, edit, or delete events, or in this scenario, delete comments. So here, only when you logged in into the account that you created a comment can you delete that comment. So here we can delete this comment and not these comments here. We can go back to all the events and see that now we can create an event using the title here, the date, which can be today, and the location, and the description. And you can see only the creator of the event can edit and delete the event. Here, when you press edit, you are now in the edit event page where you can edit the title, the date, location, and description. Similarly, you can go into the details and leave a comment. And here you can also delete your own account. If we sign out and only use the guest account, we cannot delete or edit an event that's not ours, and we can also not create an event. So let's say if we want to create an event, a message will show that you must be logged in to create an event. And in the events tab, you can also not leave a comment. As you can see here, when you say hi, you are now brought to the login page where a comment is displayed that you must be signed in to comment. Using Postman, we can check whether or not a user who is not logged in can still post a comment by doing a post request in the back end. So let's say we try to do a post request here, and we do send. As you can see, the user is still forced to log in on the back end.
To improve performance, we use client-side caching where possible. For example, saving activity suggestions and local storage. Ajax and asynchronous JavaScript allow non-blocking UI updates so users don't wait on full-page reloads or server responses. Backend queries are optimized using indexes and efficient select statements to reduce response time. Our database is fully normalized to third normal form, eliminating redundancy and ensuring data integrity. Tables are properly related using foreign keys. For example, events link to users via author ID and comments link to both users and events. Indexes are applied on frequently queried fields to optimize select performance and support scalable query execution. Now, Ezzy will go into more detail about the database as well as the activity planner.
Hello, my name is Ezzy, and today I'll explain how our Hangouts activity system meets the specified criteria for data synchronization, database integration, and searchable content. So here we have the Hangout Ideas tab. Here you see we have a saved activity. So basically what this provides is, through clicking this button, we are able to generate an idea from an API called getBoard. It's an interesting board API, and it provides the type, how many participants, the price, and accessibility. Obviously in a string here that explains what it is. If I'm not fond of the idea, we can skip and go to the next one. And for example, say I like this one, we can save the idea, and we can filter to social, it shows up, and if I switch to another one, it doesn't. And we can also remove them. So this is implemented through this SQL here, which has a table for the activities, the tags, and then has a list of tags for examples, so you can filter through them. Using this route here, the activities.js, we process user requests and manage data flow for the activities, and here in this Vue instance we implement the activities. Another feature we have is the dark mode. So you've already seen it here, but yes, we can go light or dark mode. It works for every part of it. So if you go back, this works through this here, and then in the style CSS we have a section for the dark mode. So this is specific, every section has a specific one for it, which provides different visual settings. And here we have the settings for the toggle switch.
As mentioned earlier, we integrated external APIs like Board API and OpenWeatherMap using Ajax. .env was used to securely store the keys and keep them out of the repo. These APIs are called asynchronously via Ajax, and selected results, like activities, can be saved with user-specific notes and tags in the database. This links live API data with user input, laying the groundwork for a personalized experience that goes beyond static API results. Our application is fully responsive without using Bootstrap. We implemented custom media queries to adapt layouts across screen sizes. A hamburger menu is used for navigation on smaller devices, and consistent headers and sidebars ensure a smooth user experience. Buttons include hover animations to enhance interactivity and visual feedback. A major challenge throughout the project was dealing with countless unknown or cryptic errors. We addressed this by adding consistent error handling using try-catch blocks, console logging, and clear flash messages, which helped both debugging and user experience. Thank you for watching.